Hey, welcome back to Real Estate Investing Unmasked. Today, I'm just going to talk about a little light-hearted thing, business versus pleasure. First, I want to remind you to go over to steemit.com/@BobTheBuilder, and there you can vote for my blog posts, and this is the stuff that I post about real estate investing and maybe some other things, but you can vote up my post, and when you do, you have the possibility of making money too. Matter of fact, many people do. And at the same time, you're supporting me and making these videos for you. So, I was speaking to a coworker the other night who shared an experience he had when he bought his first rental property. My coworker wanted to buy a house during a buyer's market, and he knew it was a buyer's market. Even with that knowledge, the realtor he chose advised him against offering a lower price on a house he was seeking to purchase. About the same time as his conversation with the realtor, the seller lowered the asking price. My coworker pointed it out to his realtor, and my coworker told his realtor that he wanted to offer an even lower price now that the original price had been lowered. Once again, his realtor said he thought my coworker should just offer the new lowered asking price. My coworker pushed and offered about $10,000 less than the new lowered price. So when the offer came back, not only had the seller agreed to the price, they also had thrown in another $7,500 in closing costs. That's cool. So the main question to ask when buying a home is, are you buying for business or are you buying for pleasure? If you're buying for pleasure, the aesthetics, demographics, and comfort are most important to you. If, however, you're buying for business, the bottom line is value. The value can be determined by how much you can get as a return on your investment. Will the return come in the form of rent, natural appreciation, or forced appreciation, as in, are you fixing the place up? For my coworker, he was buying the house for business. He was buying it as a rental. His goal was to lower his monthly payment to maximize his monthly net income. In his case, the realtor was acting on his own behalf. The larger the purchase price, the larger the commission would be, so by advising his client to offer more, he was looking to gain more. A buyer needs to determine what they want in order to hold to their guns, so to speak. Buyer realtors don't need to do much to earn the commission, in my opinion, especially in our modern real estate society of online databases of homes for sale. Seller realtors, however, sometimes they really have to earn their money. Now, there are some seller realtors that will just post the property hoping that it sells, but for the most part, they actually have to put effort into it. They have to listen to every offer, get pictures that best represent the property, and advertise the property to maximize traffic to the site, meaning the home site, not the website, which, they do have to get traffic to the website as well. In reality, a realtor is an unnecessary person in the transaction as far as I'm concerned. On the other hand, they are there to help you out, fill out the paperwork in the proper order, and can act as a guide, explaining all that will happen in the transaction from start to finish. So they can be helpful, but I also think they're unnecessary many times. In my transactions, if I can avoid using a realtor, I do. I once sold a property within 3 days after receiving the purchase agreement from the buyer. There were no realtors involved. All I had to do was ask the escrow officer what documents both parties needed to send in, and we both did what we were supposed to. So if you find it hard to sell your property, have a realtor help. If you're just swamped and you can't look for a property yourself, contact a realtor. In my opinion, they are similar to a professional personal shopper for houses. Yeah, it's like having somebody buy your clothes for you because they know your style, but instead they help you find a house that fits your style. The moral of the story, know that if you're buying a house, that you're buying it for business, you're buying it for pleasure. If it's for business, you can afford being more patient in your buying approach, and you can offer low enough that the seller has to second guess the offer. Remember, they can always counteroffer. If for pleasure, then your approach is to snatch the property you want because it matches your aesthetic and comfort needs. Most often when buying for pleasure, the price will be higher and the acceptance of your offer will be quicker. So you make the choice. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to subscribe down below. Also, go to steemit.com/@BobTheBuilder and vote up my content. What are you waiting for? You can make money, and I make money. So steemit.com/@BobTheBuilder, and don't forget to subscribe. Until next time.